Bonjour, bonjour, c'est Egon. Bienvenue dans ce nouvel épisode de DIVINITY Origine Sin 2. Donc nous allons continuer notre exploration de Flottebois et de la côte de la Faucheuse. Et essayer de se dépatouiller des quêtes. Avec ce journal de quêtes qui est un peu bizarre. Enfin, pas évident de suivre vraiment les quêtes. À part quand il y a sur la carte, il y a un point pour te dire que c'est là, qu'il y a une quête. Voilà.
Much business today? Not much. People don't want to leave town. Can't blame them. There's no safety in solitude. Well, keep steady. People still need potions. We'll be by soon enough.
Donc elle, quand tu vas les voir, elle est vraiment au JB. Pendue au JB, il me semble. Par les mots, si je me souviens.
How you holding up?
Not in any mood to talk about it.
Hear ye! Queen Justinia executes 24 noblemen for insubordination!
Exactement. C'est la caravane, oui, avec la naine là qui s'est vers un courant.
Keeping it together, Bree?
Donc oui, on doit aller le voir.
I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much. You're safe among friends. Never forget it.
Ça, je vois pas trop quelle quête c'est, à part dans toute l'histoire.
Much business today? Not much. People don't want to leave town. Can't blame them. There's no safety in solitude. Well, keep steady. People still need potions. We'll be by soon enough.
On va aller voir quelqu'un.
Queen Justinia executes 24 noblemen for insubordination!
Surrounded by incompetence.
Please, you there.
Magister Regional Headquarters and Jail, Driftwood.
Oh, please, Lucian, spare me.
On va aller le voir. C'était un coup de gomme. Ça c'est qui ça? Qu'est-ce que ça veut? Register appel. Ah, c'est ça du coup. C'est ça. Je vois un bar.
You've got enough in front of you.
Enregistrement juste avant de regarder. Le taureau noir, oui, c'est bien. Quelqu'un qui est beau. C'est pas grave, justement. Et on en a.
ended. The conclusion of a noble bloodline.
I'll take your order if you're polite.
Maintenant, on se met vraiment en évidence.
You kidding? What we got dead near one? I know what you're getting. I just said stop exploring fight walking. Gather them up, right?
Stick to your own kind is my advice.
Axe. D'accord.
You really don't have to look that far.
Capitaine. C'est allé bouger.
Oh, forget it.
The bell still rings. Do you hear it? Do you hear
You've
it?
got to pick and you can trap.
You got that right, Helga. You got that right.
And I'm saying you can trust me. I can see a sorcerer from a mile away. And you can't be too careful, you know? If they can get Alexander, they can get any of us.
You're right about that.
Stick to your own kind is my advice. You really don't have to look that far.
Ben voilà, il est là. Peut-être leur dire de rester là.
Oh, forget it.
Here now. Have you a reason for barging into my room, sir? When one's in a small town, one must expect small-town manners, I see.
He squints at you and laughs. Looking closer, you see the man is wearing a very obvious fake beard. Behind the atrocious fox hair, you recognize the mischievous twinkling eyes of a lone wolf, Callow.
Iffin, forgive my style. I look a right pickled pepper pot, don't I?
Avec la queue d'un cheval mort.
Why do you think? Why do we ever do any of the ridiculous stuff we do? It's for a contract. Oh, nice job on Alexander, by the way. That'll net you a pretty penny, I'd wager. Oh, we all knew you got the contract, so when news arrived about his, untimely passing, I put two and two together. I may not be as sharp as your claws, but I'm no dolt.
Ils ont des oreilles de partout.
So what next? Grapevine says you know the whereabouts of more Godwoken. Guess you'll be taking them on over Roost's Way, eh? Wow. Inspiring attitude. Sure, Roost'll love to hear it. You know where he's at? Him and the boys are camped out at an abandoned sawmill not too far from here.
Oh là 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 là. Parce que les autres ils sont de l'autre côté là.
Baron hunkers down and sketches a rough map from your present location on the floor using an apple, some playing cards, and a fistful of threads pulled up from the carpet.
Suppose you'd best get moving, huh? And I'd best get back to living the no-thrills barred life of this chump.
Baron laughs and swats you away.
Hear that? Roosts camped out at the sawmill.
Sibyl. Encore se cacher. Peut-être dans une scierie proche de la Flottebois. Quelle arme de mettre? Ah d'accord, ça peut juste le faire, ok.
What the devil are you staring at?
En même temps, il éviter le magistère, faire gaffe,
Seems less
et en même temps,
lush
il est
somehow.
solitaire.
It's as lush as it's always been. Now train your eyes on my treasures, not my person.
Yes, my lord.
Si je prends là, c'est du vol.
Careful now.
Now is not the time for a bath.
Ah merde. D'accord, on va revenir en arrière. Je voulais juste aller à la baignoire, moi. Je vais pas prendre ce trésor. Je l'ai gardé. Oh, les temps de chargement. Je vais enregistrer juste après discussion, donc c'est bon.
Better watch yourself, lad. Got greedy eyes on you. Sets me on edge. Doesn't this room strike you as eerie? There's a chill in the air, a deeper darkness in the shadows. But, of course, I should hold my tongue and stand guard. All's well as long...
Okay.
You really don't have to look that far. Oh, forget it.
Roost is at a sawmill. Let's pay him a visit, shall we?
She smiles. Her eyes are dark pools brimming with anticipation.
Must be an awful lot of fun toys to be...
Why do you shiver, sir? This room is temperate enough.
Stick to your own kind is my advice.
Quite so, my lord. Quite so.
You've got to pick who you can trust.
You got that right, Hilka.
You really don't have to look that far. And I'm saying, you can trust me. I can see a sorcerer from a mile away. Oh, forget it. And you can't be too careful, you know? If they can get Alexander, they can get any of us.
You're right about that. Right as rain, Hilka.
A weathered woman in a dirty sea captain's tunic babbles breathlessly to herself.
The bell rings a warning and the tide is on the turn. And I without my compass.
The experience of a lifetime, is it? It's disgusting, that's what it is.
The ship is in the locker. On the bottom in the rocky shallows. And all are drowned but me.
D'accord, elles sont deux, je pense. C'est vrai que... Ça a
And
commencé
yet,
avec l'autre.
can you hear? The bell rings on. The bell haunts me yet, and it would drive me mad.
You've got to pick who you can trust.
You got that right, Hilka. You got that right.
And I'm saying, you can trust me. I can see a sorcerer from a mile away.
Curiosity kills the cat, or gets it sent to Fort
And you
Joy.
can't be too careful, you know? If they can get Alexander, they can get any of us.
Who rings the bell?
You're right about that.
You're willing
right
to
as
risk
rain,
Fort
Hilka.
Joy for one night with a lizard. Then you're an idiot.
The bell rings a warning and the tide is on the turn.
Pas à notre étage. Ça, c'est la chambre de... Voilà, c'est aussi un peu loin, là. Non. Voilà, par contre...
Stick to your own kind is my advice. You really don't have to look that far.
Ah, mais c'est verrouillé.
Oh, forget it.
c'est à lui que j'ai demandé. Non, pas ok, donc là, je sais pas à qui c'est, mais
You've got a pick who's the trump.
on peut voler là. Si besoin.
You got that right, Hilga. You got that right.
Lush, somehow.
And I'm saying
It's
you can
as
trust
lush as
me.
it's
I can
always
see
been.
a
You're willing to risk
Now train your eyes on my treasures, not my person.
And you can't be too careful, you know.
Yes, my lord.
What about that? Right as rain,
Bell
Hilga.
still rings. Do you hear it? Do you hear it?
I don't give a rat's ass what they say downstairs. The Magisters is all that stands between us and the
Arguing with Mac is like giving medicine to the dead. He's as stubborn as a corpse and smells the part to boot. No wonder Papa Thrash gives him the stink anytime he tries to go downstairs. Come on,
This town won't be safe till every last sorcerer is rounded up and shipped off.
Killed by sorcerers.
I don't give a rat's ass what they say downstairs. The Magisters is all that stands between us and the Voidwalkers. We should be grateful.
Path thus ended, the conclusion of a noble bloodline. Who shall rise? Who gains the title most divine? We wait.
On va essayer de passer en mode classique. Et qu'on va voir ce que ça donne.
May the seven usher us to paradise against all the odds.
He fixes you with a stare, looks you up and down, weighs you up, the cut of your cloth, the weight of your bag. Then a smile creases his face. A smile carefully constructed to look friendly and authentic. A smile that...
Greetings, stranger. Looking to ease the pain of a decaying world? You're in the right place. Beers are ordered at the bar, but can I interest you in a nourishing bowl of stew?
He purses his lips. His fingers drum a pattern on his elbow as he assesses you.
Pourquoi mémoire?
Who shall rise? Who gains the title most divine? We wait. We wander and wonder, seeking silence from the gods.
I'm sorry, I mistook you for a different kind of person. My mistake. I shall return to serve and meal the customers. Don't come back.
Have you ever even met a sorcerer?
D'accord, c'est un amour en
You
un
kidding?
c'est pour ça qu'il
Wouldn't be caught dead near one. I know what you're getting.
My friend,
Magisters say
for Alexander the Innocent,
Voidwalker. Gather
killed
them
by
up,
sorcerers, a most
And
vile
if the Magisters told you to jump off a tall bridge, would you do
valiant
it?
warrior against the void.
Pretty good, ain't he? Bet he'd even write a poem for you if he sidled up all night like...
The conclusion of a noble bloodline. Who shall rise?
He acknowledges your presence with a nod.
What'll it be?
We wait. We wander and wonder, seeking silence from the gods. May the seven usher us to paradise.
A bold choice, on the face of it. Unless you look...
He raises an eyebrow and gives you a sly...
Damn right. I got a right to live, don't I? Throw him in a hole for all I care. It's the greater good.
I don't think you'd know even a smaller good if it bit you on the arse.
Weep, my friends, for Alexander the Innocent. Killed by sorcerers, A most vile incident. A valiant warrior against the void.
Have you ever even met a sort of
Taken too early. All hope destroyed.
I know what you
The
get.
path thus ended, the conclusion of a noble bloodline.
Gather 'em up, I say.
Who shall rise? Who gains the title most divine?
bridge? Would you do it?
We wait. We wonder.
If only you'd had the money when you had the chance, I'd be willing to talk to you. Good.
May the seven usher us to paradise
He
against
fixes you with a stare, looks you up and down, then
Greetings, stranger. Looking to ease...
He purses his lips. His fingers drum a pattern on his elbow as he assesses you.
I'm sorry. I mistook you for a different kind of person. I'm sorry. It's not about the money. Don't come...
Wait to hear this one.
Yeah?
He fixes you with a stare, then a smile.
Greetings, stranger.
He purses his lips. His fingers drum a pattern on his elbow as he assesses you.
I'm sorry. I mistook... Don't come...
Taken too early.
He fixes you with a stare, then a
Greetings, stranger.
He purses his lips. His fingers drum a pattern on his elbow as he assesses you.
Who shall rise? Who gains the title most divine? Placed we wait, we wander and wonder, seeking signs from the gods.
I'm sorry. I mistook you for a different kind of person. My mistake. I shall return to serving the other customers, and I wish you a good, if boring, appetite.
He searches your face for a trick. Doesn't seem to find one. Yet.
Go on then. Tell me the one about the waiter and the dog and the horses. Why the long faces, right? He was just trying to make light conversation. These horses may find their bowls of hay spatting if they're not careful. All right, fine. What happens next? That's presumptuous of him, but go on.
We wait, we wander and wonder, seeking signs from the gods.
Gods, I really hate dogs.
Paradise against all the odds.
What happens next? So the dog's listening to the horses. Got it. What does the dog say to me? That's not funny.
Je lui fais n'importe quoi, mais apparemment il est content.
Oh, that's brilliant, that's it.
A look of doubt appears on his face.
It would have been better if the waiter had said, "Why the long face?" Instead, you don't need the dog in the joke at all.
With a sigh, he turns away to get back to his work, muttering to himself about dog.
Tell them, if they got nothing to hide, they got nothing to be scared of.
Yeah, you're good with the magisters caging anyone up that looks at them funny.
I'll take your old
My friends, for Alexander the Innocent, killed by sorcerers, a most vile incident.
An elf sways on her chair, her eyes focused on the counter in front of her, where she has 6 glasses in a row. With the nails of 2 fingers, she's pressing red welts into her forearm. She slides one of the drinks towards you, her head bobbling heavily on her neck as she nods at the sparkling ale. go wide with panic.
The fog came over them all of them. And they never... Everyone I know is dead. Excuse me. What would I do without you? I don't know you. I don't know anyone.
And if the Majesty comes to jump on the queen, would you
destroy the path thus ended, the conclusion of a noble bloodline. Who shall rise? Who gains the title most divine?
If the Majesty comes here,
we wonder and wonder.
No Majesty's coming for me. I ain't no
An elf sways on her chair. She slides one of the drinks toward.
Nothing like a glass of the good stuff to smudge everything into a pretty shape.
She slides another glass of ale toward you. Its contents sparkle in the dim bar.
Bottoms up.
A most vile incident.
I'm telling you, if you got nothing to
valiant warrior against the void.
yeah, you go with the Majesty.
All hope destroyed. The path thus ended, the conclusion of a noble bloodline. Who shall rise? Who gains the title most divine? We wait, we wonder and wonder, seeking signs from the gods. May 7 usher us to paradise against all the odds. Weep, my friends, for Alexander the Innocent.
Qu'est-ce que c'est que cette connerie?
Killed by sorcerers, a most vile incident. A valiant warrior against the void.
Have you ever even met a sorcerer?
Qu'est-ce que c'est que ces conneries? On discute avec la personne et plus de casque, plus de protection. Il y a un de clouche là. Ouais, je préfère.
We wait, we wonder and wonder, seeking signs from the gods.
He fixes you with a stare, looks you up and down, weighs you up, then a...
Greetings, stranger. Looking...
Ah, ça ne nous apprend rien. Elle, je vais discuter avec elle parce qu'apparemment je me fais voler des trucs.
Don't expect no small...
And in a starched apron wipes a glass with a clean rag. She pins you with blue, steel-sharp eyes as you approach the bar.
Blessings upon our Lucian, 7 times divine.
Her eyes soften and crinkle as she smiles.
I see your mother raised you very well indeed. You and my Niles would get along. Nice to see an unfamiliar face. What brings you to Driftwood, darling? They've been a trial, that's for certain. But the Magisters are here. They'll protect us. You can rest your hat on that, sure as the sun to rise. My boy Niles will make sure of that. Anyhow, what can I get you? We've only got amber ale, I'm afraid. Can't spare the potatoes for hard alcohol. If you'd like something that'll stick to your ribs, I'd flag down Loverick and get yourself a bowl of the house stew. Coming right up, darling.
Seven usher us to paradise against all odds.
They never come through tolerant cop rollers. You'll be first to go.
Pizza.
So what are you going to do now that the White Majesty's jumped ship?
Same as I've been doing. Sitting here and suffering. Him leaving's a worry, but the roads ain't any safer than driftwood. At least here we still got some magisters to look over us.
Bonjour à la personne qui me regarde sur Twitch. Bienvenue. J'ai rien fait voler. Pas comme tout à l'heure. Ah non, il n'y a personne. Descends.
Damn right. I got a right to live, don't I? Throw him in a hole for all. Mr. Grey.
I don't think you know even the smell of it would get you on the arse. Nova.
Hold it. Papa no, you no go.
Ah, Loire, c'est le truc de la naine.
He grins, unpleasantly.
Loha didn't tell me to let any walking scarecrow in, so why should I?
He grabs your hand eagerly and laughs as you execute the finicky ending maneuver with much panache.
You're the right sort for downstairs and no mistake. On you go.
Sitting here and suffering.
You want an engraved invitation every time? You know the way.
Ça c'est pour Sibyl. Ah. Alors. C'est le poison qui me met aussi. C'est une structure de tournure, c'est pas mal ça. Muselage. Détruit sur la cible, elle a réduit au silence. C'est pas mal ça. C'est 1125. Ça commence à faire cher. Éventail de poignards. J'ai un bras endormi. C'est pas déjà ça.
You want an engraved invitation every time? You know the way in.
faire 2900. Regarde. 23, 35, 18, 29. Oui, guerrier, ça. Ouais, c'est pas mal celui-là. Ça, c'est genre deux initiatives. Poussière scintillante. Qu'est-ce que ça fait là, ça? Pourquoi j'ai ça? Emplacement. Bizarre ça. Ah oui, c'est quoi?
Anyone up that looks that funny?
Damn right. We got a right to live, don't I? Throw him in a hole frog. It's the great hope.
What would I do without you? All the work it bit you on the arse.
Qu'est-ce qu'il y en a? 5000 de shopping. Petite sauvegarde avant, parce que là je sais pas ce que c'est. C'est pas le combat ça. Ah, sauvegarde.
I've spotted something.
À partir d'ici, on peut stocker dans la caravane de la vengeance. Un peu loin. C'est un frigo, c'est un... Ah oui, je rappelle moi de poisson.
Look at that. A fresh face, and a pretty little kisser it is too. Welcome be, Governor. Take a load off and enjoy Effie's plunder down under. If and Ben Mazd, as I live and breathe. I didn't think I'd see you back in Driftwood again. No, no.
She reaches out to pinch your cheek and gives you an exact...
So what's your poison, Governor? A sip or a smoke? Take all the time you need. Pleasure doing business with you, Governor.
Kids at war.
C'est une simple fumette. Il y en a. Puis de il y a. Il ne fait pas s'asseoir.
The tigers fly, the leopards lie, and you, oh, but I...
Hail. Such a striking man.
She draws close. You feel her breath on your neck, hot, moist.
Oh, yes. I have something that you want. But I only Are you worthy of my gift? Handsome. I must consider your merits before I answer your questions. Why, I wouldn't tease you with a gift I could never offer. You don't think me cruel, do you? Indeed. This is acceptable. You are nearer the one than most self-described heroes I've known. So, are you ready for me to grant you your greatest desire? I can't. Not yet. First, you must look into my ring and tell me what you see there. Until later.
On reviendra plus tard. Parce qu'elle est bizarre celle-là. Doriata décadente. Ce serait quoi? Ce serait la reine. La reine.
Are you? Are you? No.
Pionce. Là, il y a des lits là-haut. Là, il y a je sais pas qui attend. Plateforme. Ce serait peut-être par là le château d'Inde. C'est vrai que j'ai dommage que j'ai pas
What do you
passé chemin
want?
avec moi.
Boss is busy.
We don't want to hurt you, Marla.
Good. Boss could use some good news. Listen up. Don't waste his time.
You really ticking me off, Marla.
Easy. Marla's one of us.
Ah, il y a eu un peu.
Not no more she ain't.
Come, Marla. You're one of us, ain't you? Tell us what happened.
Maybe I ought to take a finger or two. Don't you think, boss?
That ought to get her talking. Is that what you want, Marla?
Talk, you traitor.
We don't want to hurt you, Marla.
I brought you up from girl to woman, Marla. Like you was my...
He lifts his right arm, showing a white bandage beneath his ribs. A wet red spot shows through.
This ain't the thanks I expected. Who sent you?
The formidable dwarf slams his fist on the side table. You hear a loud crack.
Enough! Do you know they killed Anna? Do ya? Start talking sense or I'll take that tongue right out of your mouth and fry it for supper. Bart, Cade, get her to talk or bleed her out. She ain't one of mine anymore.
His sneer travels from the restrained dwarf to you.
And you. You better have a damn good reason for coming here.
Come, sister. What did you think was gonna happen?
Ils ont bien essayé de déchirer d'utile magie. Pourquoi on aurait dit les magistères?
Working for the DO, I bet.
Brave lad, waltzing in here now. I hope for your sake you've got good news for me.
We ain't gonna keep you around much longer.
You came into my house, bub, not the other way around.
He winces loudly and holds a hand to the bandage on his side. The large red spot in its center has grown larger and wetter.
The best of the best. Taught her myself. Under the third ribbon out again, just like that. Lucky for me, she caught an old wound. Scar slowed down the knife.
D'accord, merci de la tuer.
So, how'd you make it out of Fort Joy?
You're making this much harder than it needs to be.
Why not?
I love a good story. Here's one I heard lately. A group of strangers landed on the beaches outside town. Meister Siever's people. You one of her little seekers? Chasing down Godwoken and begging them to save us all? So? What do you want? Reckon I do. Knowing Siever, she sent you looking for sorcerers, I bet. And it just so happens I can help you. Depending on what you can do for me.
He gestures towards the bandage across his side.
Had a bit of family trouble lately. My girl Marla got it in her head to come after me with a short blade. That ain't like Marla. Ain't like her to pull the silent treatment either. Something's going on. And wouldn't you know it, that blade she used wasn't any normal bit of steel. Belonged to another of my people. Guy's name is Mordus. Bit of a loner, but smart as hell. I sent a few guys to go check on him, see if he knew what had got into Marla, but no one can find him. I'd like a word with the guy.
Come, sis. What do you think was gonna happen?
That'd be up to him, wouldn't it? No one's seen him in a good few. I've got some people checking out his house near the tavern now, though. Tell them I sent you, and they'll let you know what they've found. Truth is, they might be glad to see you. Reckon a sorcerer will have better luck finding one of their own. Well, like I said, Mordus is a special guy. A sorcerer, matter of fact. Maybe even one of the ones Siever's after. If there's something you want to find out from him, you might want to ask before I have my word with him. Here, you can take this off my hands. More suited to your kind, really. Good luck.
You're one of us. How could you do it? We ain't gonna keep you around much longer.
I heard rumour Mordus is working for the Order. What say you? Come, sister. What did you think was gonna happen? You're making this much harder than it needs to be.
Move along, Buck. These Duncans.
sur la statue pour revenir là. Zut. Passage découvert. Ah oui, c'est la reine, d'accord. D'accord, on va pas plus tard. On va pas y aller maintenant, c'est juste... Voilà. Ça, quand on vient de souterrain.
For Alexander the Innocent,
Won't be caught dead near one.
killed by sorcerers, a most vile incident.
Sorcerers more in those
A valiant warrior against the void. Taken too early, all hope destroyed. The path thus ended, the conclusion of a noble bloodline. Who shall rise? Who
Her Munificence Dallis the Hammer, Scourge of the Voidwoken and Saviour of the Sorcerers, upon the advice of her most sage council, in her capacity as the titular head of our beloved Lucian's hereby layeth bounty upon the fell sorcerer murderers of Alexander, Bishop Divine. She, or he, or it, who may count upon the Hammer's most benign and just benevolence. Hail to the Hammer, 7 times blessed. The poster flutters lightly in the breeze.
She seems to be out for blood. I fear I may, for once, be found lacking.
Let her cower on that ship of hers and be glad the water's too foul for me to swim.
No news here. Everyone wants a piece.
More bounty hunters on my trail. Good luck to them.
Quite so. Even for a human, you have an unwavering talent for violence.
What was in that blasted stew?
What's this? I found something.
The cat stares up at you. Its midnight black pupils are too prominent for you to discern the colour of its glazed eyes.
8 lives already gone, but I'd gladly lose the last if you can throw me a fish. One of those smelly kind. But I need 'em so yummy. I'd give my...
Ah mince, zut. Oh, tant pis.
This is going nowhere.
Get that sorcerer!
This must be the place Lohar mentioned. It looks unassuming enough.
Take that, sorcerer! Dallas, get her!
You're dead, Alexander. Alexander, you're dead. You have to stay dead until we say you're not dead anymore.
Here, mister! Alexander doesn't have to stay dead, does he? See? Told ya. Take that, sorcerer. Come on, Dallas, help me put...
Turtle Johnny puts an invisible source collar on Mary Lane.
Take that, sorcerer! No more saucy sorcery for you. Alexander and Dallas say...
It doesn't
I
make sense.
hate this game.
Missing something.
The 3 kids stare at you in awe.
Crack! The source collar's broken. I'm free. How about you, Dallas? I'll kill you again, Alexander. I'm a big bad sorcerer. Woohoo!
For a moment, you watch the children play.
Okay.
Come on, damn you.
C'est pas chez... Si, c'est Anus. C'est pas derrière.
The dwarf is unnaturally still. You might mistake her for a corpse, were it not for a slight twitch of her eyelids. She calmly opens her left eye.
What do you want?
The dwarf unfolds her arms and shoots to her feet.
All right, human. Quite glad Lohar ain't left us here to wither. Those brutes are taking their sweet time down there. I gotta send word soon. Who knows? Anything that gives away what Mordus has been up to. Probably got all sorts of tricks for covering his tracks, but the goons downstairs should sniff out something. That weird priest's been hanging around Lohar for ages. Now he's vanished. Poof. Those half-wits below will know more. Get to it then.
Elle a pas dit que ça. Alors, attendez, autre chose. Bon. C'est en rouge. Est-ce que c'est dangereux?
Get your act together. Lohar ain't gonna fly you just 'cause Mordus covered his tracks good. They're coming for us.
found something.
La musique, ça veut dire qu'il y a quelque chose qui est apparu.
I've spotted something.
Ah mince, je peux pas le déverrouiller. Est-ce que toi tu pourrais l'accrocher? Non plus. Zut, il y a un truc là. Oh, ça se fait peut-être une porte secrète. C'est ça.
They're coming for us, you reckon?
Cachette. Secrète.
He had to leave something behind, yeah?
Nothing useful, I'd say. If we can't get ourselves out of here, it won't matter either way, eh?
Bad enough all we could find was rubbish. Now we're stuck. Loar will have our heads.
Get your act together. Lohar ain't gonna fly you just 'cause Morda's covered his tracks good.
Bad enough all we could find was rubbish. Now we're stuck. Loar will have our heads.
Get your act together. Lohar ain't gonna fly you just 'cause Morda's covered his tracks good.
D'avoir un chemin pour y aller.
He had to leave something behind, yeah?
À part le crâne là.
Nothing useful, I'd say. If we can't get ourselves out of here, it won't matter either way, eh? Get your act together. Lohar ain't gonna fly you just 'cause Morda's covered his tracks good. They're coming for us, you reckon?
Are you daft? Of course they'll come for us. Lohar's ain't gonna just twiddle his toes forever.
That's not skull. It's missing an eye. As far as locks go, this one's pretty macabre. A skull? It's missing an eye. As far as locks go, this one's pretty macabre.
Faudrait trouver une pierre jaune.
He had to leave something behind, yeah?
Nothing useful, I'd say.
On va pouvoir le libérer là pour l'instant. Si on n'a pas de pierre machin.
Ah, locked. A skull. It's missing an eye. As far as locks go, this one's pretty macabre.
Skull. It's missing an eye. As far as locks go, this one's pretty macabre.
On peut trouver une pierre jaune. On est ici, je pense. Donc ils l'ont enlevé. Et comme je pense pas que puisse me téléporter de l'autre côté.
You had to leave something behind, yeah?
Nothing useful, I'd say. If we can't get ourselves out of here, won't matter either way, eh?
Bad enough, all we could find was rubbish. Now we're stuck. Lothar will have our heads.
Get your act together. Lothar ain't gonna fly you just because Mordus covered his tracks good. They're coming for us, you reckon?
Are you daft? Of course they'll come for us. Lothar's ain't gonna just twiddle his toes forever.
Ça sert à rien. Si on n'a pas la pire chose, ça sert à rien.
Maybe if we had a crowbar.
You think a crow?
Ain't no rest for any dwarf in Driftwood.
De toute façon, la pire chose peut-être là. Peut-être dans le coffre. Envie de rentrer en guerre.
Ain't no rest for any dwarf in Driftwood. Not even me.
Poudre de fée. Arc. Rien. Machin, c'est ça. Ça va sortir.
One more time.
Might as well have rotted in the death bomb. What's even the...
You, stranger! What are you doing here?
Grumbling, the Magister turns back.
No.
Take some sorcery in the face, nasty Dallas. I'm going to send you to be cured, sorcerer. You can stay there with the dirty lizards and Joe's mum until you're cured.
I'm Alexander. You're the sorcerer, Mary Lane.
Oh,
I'm always the sorcerer.
Voilà. La poissonnerie, hein. C'est nous qu'on va aller voir. Oula, mon entrée là.
I don't care if we tear this place apart plank by plank. You've been warned, Barnes. Now, get back to your fish.
The Magister turns, and
You, tell me. Have you seen a man acting suspiciously near here? Grey cloak, grey beard, satchel slung over his shoulder. Blast! Well, if you do see anything odd, report it immediately. There is a foul creature lurking in one of these shadows, and we will find him. A sorcerer. He arrived dressed as a tinkerer, but then Magisters started disappearing. As soon as we asked him about it, he fled. Who knows what he's done with our divine brothers?
If any of you see so much as a rat's hair out of place, you tell the Magisters. Then we can get them out, and you can get back to work.
Oi! You look the kind of ruffian who can keep a secret. Fancy a good time? Head downstairs in the Blackpool Tavern. Tell the lummox blocking the way that Blathin gave you a tip-off. Grisha's still the favourite. If I bet against him, I could win big. Or lose it all.
If any of you see so much as a rat's hair out of place, you tell the Magisters.
the dwarf peers at an expertly dissected fish, gently...
Fascinating. Most... Oh, my... I mean, no, what do you want? What's it to you?
This murderer's taken his last life, I swear.
Express your interest somewhere else. I'm busy.
Un lotard, ça. Ça, c'est la sélection, je pense.
If any of you see so much as a rat's hair out of place, you tell the Magisters. Then we can get them out, and you can get back to work.
There's a sorcerer somewhere in this worm, Lucian's. If you see anything suspicious, anything at all, report it immediately.
He glares at you.
I miss Joe.
Ta mère, Igmar.
The dog sniffs the wooden decking, like there's something wrong.
Something's wrong. Something's wrong, and it's not right. I don't know, but there's something wrong, and it's underneath the floor. Be careful down there, mister. You're not smelling what I'm smelling.
He must be somewhere else.
Déjà pour descendre.
If any of you you see so much as a rat's hair out of place, you tell the magisters.
What? You been needing something from me, lad? Ain't much inclined to rub elbows with humans, if you catch my drift. Ain't no one been standing together since Lucian died. Ain't been no goodwill among your kind, or mine, or anyone else's since the Reds have been in charge. Glad to hear you say it. The day will come we'll overthrow 'em, you mark my words. Until then, I'll practice the art of gutting unspoiled fish. I had friends. Good friends. Not even dwarves, some of them. Ever heard of that place? Fort Joy? They send you there means you ain't never coming back.
C'est vrai qu'il y avait un nain qui était prisonnier là-bas.
Pish posh. And who'll bail them out? Seekers? Them's even worse news, I reckon. No. Them friends of mine are dead or silenced. All on account of the Reds. All on account of Dallas, damn her heart. Like I said, they're either dead or silenced. Fugitive. I don't think that's something I should be discussing with strangers. You can insist until the cows come home, but you can't make a dwarf speak if he don't... No, I shan't be baited. I ain't saying nothing on the topic no more.
Ah, j'ai réussi cette fois.
Godspeed, buggered fine. I'll tell you...
The dwarf leans in and begins whispering conspiratorially.
This fella runs along, right, sweating, panicking. Reds racing after him like hunting hounds. Hide in a barrel, you fool, I yelled. And what do you know? He did.
Il se cache dans un tonneau.
Problem is, he's still in there. Been hours. Can't go nowhere, he can't, not with the Reds around.
C'est peut-être ça qui sent le chien.
Get them out, and you can get back to work.
You see a man, well-fed and wealthy, but stress has lined his face and narrowed his waist. He tries to ignore your presence, fails. He sighs.
See here. I'm very busy. The factory is crawling with magisters, and our shipments to Arx are held up. Time is money. Don't waste my money. What do you want? Fish. This is a fish factory. I'm shipping fish to Arx. Now, please, there's the door. I suggest you use it. That's privileged information. I have a trade to protect. An excellent point. Well made. The answer to your question is, unsurprisingly, a man in a house. A man in a house buys all the void-tainted fish I can send him.
That dark shadow crosses his face once more.
Not that I've ever met the man. Not sure I want to, if I'm honest. Absolutely not. I don't give away sensitive information like that to anyone who just... That really is enough now. I'm at... If any of you see so much as a rat's hair out of place, you tell the Magisters. Then we can get them out, and you can get back to work.
Les fausses morts, c'est là où il fallait aller. La fameuse Syrie. Là-bas. C'est pas lui. On soupçonne. J'en sais rien.
If any of you see so much as a rat's hair out of place, you tell the Magisters. Then we can get them out, and you can get back to work.
Je vois pas de trappe. Non. Ah mince.
You'd swear the shark was smiling at you.
Le JB,
Take some sorcery in the face, nasty Dallas. It's off to Fort Joy you go, nasty sorcerer. You can say that with the dirty business and go
Hackles raised, the dog barks at the sand built up beneath the building.
There's something not right, and that's wrong. It's under the house thing there, and it's bad. I can smell it. You be careful now. What?
Sous la maison.
The water looks nice.
Balance. Vraiment, on sera un nain.
I miss Joe. Hello, mister.
The little boy looks at you.
You be careful. My daddy's a magic... No, he's not. His daddy's a fisherman like most daddies around here. We were waiting for our friend. He went for a swim. He went swimming all the way to Fort Happy.
Salut Nicolas, bienvenue.
Fort Joy? That's what I said. Fort Joy. He's gonna find his mum and bring her back. That's right. I think he's an idiot. And when he gets back, I'm going to tell him so. I miss Joe.
Ok. Je peux pas aller dans la flotte.
Can't blame him. There's no safety in solitude.
I'm Alexander. You're the sorcerer, Mary Lane.
Ça va, Nico?
Don't let up now. Keep hauling that cargo. That's it. The barrels and the chests on the double.
Bon courage, juste.
Go on, you mute sacks of flesh. Put your back. The Lord Dread awaits. It's...
The Magister stops, barking orders. He sniffs the air like a predator, turns to face you, the wolf eyeing the deer.
Oh, but yours is not a stink like the one that surrounds us, spat from a dying sea. Yours is... Tell me, have you ever been strung up by the hands? Your body swinging like a bell's clapper as your bones are being broken with cast iron rods? Of course you haven't. We've only just met.
He licks his lips. Dry flesh turns wet.
See, I'd like to string you up too. Rack you with rods and leave you dangling over a puddle of your own blood and piss. Oh, no, 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 no. That won't do at all. Innocence is a mask that doesn't fit.
Bon, boîtier d'enceinte à sauter. Ah merde. Ah ouais, pas de bol.
I'm very good at what I do, see? I don't even need a sauce hound yapping by my side. There was a whiff of something in the air when you approached. A current of filth. Best convince me I was mistaken.
He leans in closer and sniffs the air once more.
Interesting. So I was mistaken. Must have been ambition I smelled on. Very well. In that case, we'll forego the gallows and turn straight to the hunt. No doubt a trustee of Dallas is champing at the bit. Seems peaceful here, doesn't it? A quiet day in a quiet town. One wouldn't think these drifting woods toss on dwarf-troubled waters. But they do. Consider for a moment the dwarf. What is he? A mule, a beast of burden. But some defy that role. There are rats among them, dancing to their rat queen's tune. I'm in need of a rat catcher. Did I give you the illusion you have? I must depart post-haste, but Julian here will stay behind and be a good little parrot. Ask and...
Stay behind? But I've my orders.
Like I said, Julian is staying. And with that, I must be off. No hard feelings about the death threats, of course. How about we part shaking hands instead of stringing them up? How very hard. One last thing. The Magisters here are diligent men and women. A stranger, like, should this happen, just wave this piece of parchment in their eager little faces. My signature. Adieu and good luck.
Time has come, my stitched-lipped lovelies. We set sail. Get on board and man your stations.
Si nous souhaitons aider la cause, alors allez le voir.
Left behind like a dog. Bah! 7 curses upon that ship.
Ah oui, il est bien. Il serait caché en dessous. Peut-être que j'envoie quelqu'un d'autre. Peut-être sa cachette.
Hope you ain't looking for work in this dying town. Besides, you ain't got the look of a...
There's a lot of coal for the junk you sell, then.
Junk? Why, I offer nothing less than the wisdom of the ancients.
Vapid fiction along the large helping of ham.
There's no safety in solitude.
Well, keep steady. People still need potions. They'll be by soon enough.
Mate, but what a scout! Seems to me you could use a touch of magic.
Woke up this morning in a sweat. Can't get that thing out of my mind.
You made it back, safe and sound. That's all you gotta think about right now.
Easier said than done, Ada.
Smells worse over here than a dozen rotten eggs dropped in a vat of vinegar.
Well, don't come over. Not like you're buying anything.
If I don't come visit your ton, who will?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Anything that will protect against bullfight.
I can turn aside fire, cold and poison. But wide woken, God knows what will stop those beasts.
Cold stream.
Much business today?
Not much. People don't want to leave town. Can't blame them. There's no safety in solitude.
Well, keep steady. People still need potions. They'll be by soon enough. Smells worse over here than a dozen rotten eggs dropped in a vat of vinegar.
Well, don't come over. Not like you're buying anything.
If I don't come visit your ton, who will?
Anything that will protect against bullfight.
Wouldn't you like to know?
I can turn aside fire, cold and poison. But wide woken, God knows what will stop those beasts.
Cold stealing.
Prendre possible 2 zones circulaires. Utiliser surface.
Woke up this morning in a sweat. Can't get that thing out of my mind.
You made it back, safe and sound. That's all you gotta think about right now.
Crêpe de pain.
Easier said than done, Ada.
Got word from the factory that another boat went down. Things ain't looking good.
Yeah. You suppose the Madisons will get rid of the void woken anytime soon?
Doubt it. Now they've got that hellacious general in charge. What do they call her? The Axe?
The Hammer. Hope you're wrong. Time will tell, I suppose.
Woke up this morning, exits west.
What kind of
Can't
crap
get
sells?
Made it back.
Yep.
Safe and sound. That's all you gotta think about right now.
Easier said than done, Ada.
Much business today?
Not much. People don't want to leave town. Can't blame them. There's no safety in solitude.
Well, keep steady. People still need potions. Be by soon enough.
My word, but you do look exhausted. I bet you
I'm
could
all right,
use a touch
as long as I don't eat too much.
You're safe among friends. Never forget it.
Have at it. Got yourself situated. Yep.
Ok.
Woke up this morning in a sweat. Can't get that thing anymore.
You made it back safe.
Well met, friend. Interested in...
You look down at the cart and see fish with flaking scales, tumours and, in one case, 3 heads.
It's free to look. Just don't... Fair travels, friend.
Woke up this morning in a sweat. Can't get that.
War's a brewing, my friend, and I'll stand special prices for you, my friend. War is hell, my friend, but it's very good for business. Good luck to you.
Easier said than done, Ada.
Tire 16 flèches dans un sac de sauce.
Justinian executes 24 noblemen for insubordination.
Much business today?
Not much. People don't want to leave town. Can't blame them. There's no safety in solitude.
Well, keep steady. People still need potions. Be by soon enough. eaten any of your own fish?
You kidding? I don't eat what I sell. I usually buy from Ovis over there.
Ovis? How can you afford his stuff?
I got me a sweet deal, and that's all you need to know.
Much business today.
Hear ye! Hear ye!
There's no safety in solitude.
Well, keep steady. People still need potions. They'll be by soon enough. Could be worse, you know.
Hard to see how.
You could be a dwarf, for starters.
I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much.
You're safe among friends. Never forget it. Smells worse over here than a dozen rotten eggs dropped in a vat of vinegar.
Then don't come over. Not like you're buying anything.
If I don't come visit your ton, who will?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Keeping it together, Bree.
I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much.
You're safe among friends. Never forget it. How you holding up?
Not in any mood to talk about it.
Keeping it together, Bree.
Your fish stinks of the void. What kind of rat would sell such filth?
You're safe
The
among
kind that don't
friends.
fancy starving, along with the rest of this town. It's all well and good for you with your rations. We've got to take what we can get.
Keep talking, dwarf, and you'll end up eating sawdust from a cell floor.
Ah.
Well, I got this morning in sweat. Can't get that.
You made it back, safe and sound. That's all you've got to think about right now.
Easier said than done, Ada.
Could be worse, you know.
Hard to see how.
You could be a dwarf, for starters.
Times are tough.
Subordination!
Woke up this morning in sweat.
Latest news! Many a latest, my friend. The war, the bishop, the queen. What tickles your fancy? Jolly Justinia, Queen of the Dwarves. Ha! Scourge war. Here's 20 or so noble gentlemen. No one knows what they did wrong, if anything, and she has them stripped and whipped all the way to the execution grounds. Didn't even give them the dignity of the sword, no sir. Had them all hung. Real slow. You ask me, and I say she's mad as a mink with 7 sabres. Stabbed in the back he was, by them vile, low-born, kill 'em all, I say. Do 'em like I mean, they ain't looking too good for them lizards. Word is, the Divine Order's gonna hit the ancient empire and hit it hard. You remember what happened to the...
Could be worse, you know.
I'll see how.
The Silent Watcher's jaws clench and slacken again and again for no visible reason. 2 empty eyes stare.
Keeping it together, Bree.
I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much.
You're safe among friends. Never forget it. Smells worse over here than a dozen rotten eggs dropped in a vat of
You needing supplies? It's anything more?
Vapid fiction along the large helping of ham.
Who will?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Until later, then.
Much business today?
Not much. People don't want to leave town. Can't blame them. There's no safety in solitude.
Well, keep steady. People still need potions. They'll be by soon enough.
I usually buy from Ovis over there.
C'est le fil normal. J'ai 2 heures, je suis en stream.
We dwarves at a kingdom.
bonjour, c'est à nous. Si tu regardes encore le live, si vous regardez encore le live.
Off you go. I can't be seen raternizing with the likes of you. A sorcerer? Ha! Second rat wizards by my book. That lizard there's a sorcerer, and look at her now. Strung up by her hands with a death rattle hanging round her lips. Well, I'm a rat, and you're some kind of curious, large-style flesh beast. Never the twain shall mix. Thus spaketh the reddish, large-style flesh beasts.
Bonjour aux personnes qui me regardent sur Twitch.
Just look at what happened to that lovely flick-tongued scale slitherer when she spent too much time with a lumbering, large-style flesh beast of her own. No thank you. I'll have her eyeball when she's done with it. Won't be long now.
The rat hisses at you with
Carry on then, stink bee.
Si t'as vu. Ils sont morts là. Ça bouge encore les petits ovisques.
Come now. Is this really necessary?
Axel, là, elle est presque morte. Elle se mettre l'île. Ce sera pour la prochaine fois. Ben, je vais remercier les personnes qui m'ont regardé en direct sur Twitch et YouTube. N'hésitez pas à laisser un like sur YouTube et puis un commentaire sur Twitch sous la vidéo. N'hésitez pas à vous abonner non plus pour être prévenu des prochains lives ou vidéos mises en ligne. Je vous remercie d'être venu. Je remercie aussi ceux qui regardaient en replay. Et je vous dis à bientôt. À demain pour Skyrim. Et après-demain pour la suite de Divinity. Au revoir, bonne soirée.